I got Heartless all over the underworld now, so you can leave those pipsqueaks to me. Look, pal, you just keep working on turning Hercules into a Heartless, then he'll be all mine.
This is my underworld, you idiot! I'll handle this myself! Cerberus, go!
Greetings, I'm Solidus-Skully, and welcome back to the Kingdom Hearts 2 commentary. Now we must continue our way back through the Cave of the Dead, so we may survive the Cerberus, or Cerberus. I was never really sure how it was meant to be pronounced. I think, kind of in a similar way how people say Heracles is meant to be with a hard K, but whatevers. We got some large bodies, but we got new reaction commands to take them down a size. But unfortunately, our powers are weak in the underworld, so we need the Olympus stone. Which we unfortunately don't have at this point, and I'm pretty sure is revealed a little bit later, but fuck it. I'm feeling powerful, now that we have Auron on our side. Now, since Final Fantasy X reasoning for Auron's existence isn't really a thing in the Kingdom Hearts universe, I have to wonder, actually. Is he meant to be a native of the Olympus Colosseum, or is he part of Radiant Garden and has his own sort of thing going about him? I mean, in the Kingdom Hearts context, since he's here, I suppose he obviously did perish at some point, but yeah, given the fact that he's not a hero, what exactly is his deal? We never really get to learn much about that, so yeah, a bit of a shame. I would have liked to have seen him again at some point in the series, but I mean, apart from a curt mention in Kingdom Hearts 3, which is one of the few appearances of the Final Fantasy characters in the main story, yeah, nothing really comes of it. Bit of a shame, but, you know what, for his brief appearance as I mentioned beforehand, like, he leaves such good impact on, you know, both Sora and the characters, and in turn is just a very charming personality, that, again, I can't help but love it. And, like, I mean, even when translating his design to Kingdom Hearts, I didn't really do much to change him apart from, just getting rid of his sunglasses, so, yeah. Anyway, let's see what we're going on to next. Oh no, we're just reusing ethers. Which don't actually restore as much of the magic meter as you might think, but then again, that's just more to do with a pish magic system of 2. Well, mainly pish because you can't really abuse it as much, but regardless.
What? It's closed!
It's got a book! Come on! Open!
Ah!
Will that open it?
Yeah, I think so.
Hurry!
At long last, a sensible reason as to why Donald and Goofy can't join us. But anyway, this is admittedly a really good set piece, teaming up with Auron to fight Cerberus. No, I don't think I will insert the DMC3 theme. Actually, no, I might think about that later, actually, since it does make a reprieve in Devil May Cry 5. Yeah. I wanted to finish this off with a limit break, can't remember whether or not I do, but, yeah. Probably should have held off a little bit before taking that out. But in any case, Cerberus isn't really any more or less dangerous than he was in Kingdom Hearts 1. I don't think he does that spew attack where he, you know, buffs out pillars of darkness or anything, but yeah. He's pretty much all bark and no bite. I mean, again, you are pretty early on in the game, so no harm, no foul, really. I mean, again, I don't know whether it's because Sora's become a bit more powerful or capable in terms of his moveset, or if it's just, early game boss difficulty scaling, but, yeah, Cerberus, well, again, Sora's just had a lot more experience, and Cerberus ain't shit. So, we're taking this doggy down to the dog pound pronto.
Come on, Wonder Boy, play hooky for a day. For old time's sake.
They came to see me. They came to see a hero. I can't let them down. Don't worry, Meg. I'll be fine. What does a hero need rest for, huh? See ya.
Sora, don't let me down.
Poor Hercules. He needs a holiday. And by the way, I finally remembered his voice actor. The proper voice actor from the original movie. It was Tate Donovan. Yeah. Glad they got him back, actually. I mean, not that Sean Astin's performance in Kingdom Hearts 1 was bad, necessarily, but, does kind of ring familiar with that whole kind of like Dan Castellaneta kind of thing, where you can tell it's somebody else in a very recognizable kind of way. But I don't know, good to have Tate Donovan back, and he does return for Kingdom Hearts 3 as well, so, whoopee. I don't think it was him for Birth by Sleep, though. I think it was Josh Keaton, who I don't really recognize for much of anything else, except for playing Jack in A Lost Frontier. But anyway, it's time for us to continue forth to the land of, well, the Olympus Coliseum, really. But anyway, it seems Pete and Hades will have to think of another strategy.
Let me see if I've got this right. That brat's Keyblade works on any lock.
That's right.
Have I ever told you about the killer coliseum we have right here in the underworld? It makes the one upstairs look like an Olympic kiddie pool.
Then that's the place we're gonna put an end to Herc the Jerk's winning streak.
Problem, Zeus locked it tight.
Oh! Oh?
Bingo! All we gotta do is swipe that key and then reopen the Underdrome.
Hate to tell you, but that key is kinda particular. It won't work for just anybody, and that kid ain't no pushover.
I think this calls for a woman's touch.
Foul temptress, deceiver! By the way, like, does she, like, was she being summoned by Hades at this point, or was she in league with him? Again, would help if I saw the original movie, but I mean, in the context of Kingdom Hearts, I really don't know about Meg's connection with Hades. A bit odd, but nostalgia. See, look, I even got the banners and posters up from when we won the games previously. And again, they do actually make remarks on this if you go off to examine. Look, over there, right in the center, was where the White Trinity was. Also, holy fuck, is there always a portal of darkness there that wasn't there in Birth by Sleep? I mean, again, I know why that portal's there, it's pretty much there to be a connection between this and the underworld. But yeah, isn't Thebes meant to be down there, or did they change the locales? Whatever. In which we battled valiantly. And again, to kind of talk about the Olympus Coliseum, yeah, you do have pretty much fights and bouts against Heartless in this world, but you won't be getting to them until a little bit later. But I mean, for the time being, though, yeah, you don't have to go through the exact same stuff you have been before, although we do have to do this pishy training scenario, because fuck it.
Sora! Donald! Goofy! When'd you get here?
Hey, Herc.
Howdy there.
You on another adventure?
Yeah, tracking down some friends, wiping out some Heartless.
Junior hero's always busy.
You know it.
And then Sora's hand crumples to dust. But anyway, this is pretty much Hercules' story arc for this kind of thing. Like, I mean, he's been working his ass off, but now he's starting to feel fatigued, which again, and again, because he's so driven to make the crowd go wild, as is any sports star or entertainer worth their salt, he's been feeling fatigued, out of energy, and ain't got the passion that he used to. He needs a vacation, and he needs one bad. But again, at the same time though, we also need the Olympus Stone, but we can't get that yet because now we need to do another pishy training segment, which in this case, well again, you're going to be seeing in a little bit, but it's basically involving Philocrates, Phil, George Costanzo giving us tasks for the games, which involves hitting vases and barrels and shit. Because, again, screw fighting against opponents or training yourself against skilled combatants. No, we need to fight against barrels. Not even any, like, weight training exercises, calisthenics, cardio exercises to get yourself in tip-top shape. Just bash some barrels. Well, look at all these nostalgic trophies we won of times long since past. And believe it or not, Sora was even younger at that point. The kid is a fucking athlete and still not a Keyblade master. Dare we say, a lost master? In any case, I think it's about time we make tracks and meet up with an old friend who isn't voiced by Danny DeVitus. There he is, the fat fuck.
Hey, champ. How you feeling? Better rest up for tomorrow's match. Nobody's gonna pay to see a worn-out hero. Gabish? Remember what I told you. Victory in the games comes down to two simple words. Eat, bathe, sleep. Huh? Hey, if it ain't the junior heroes.
Looking good, Phil.
Never better. How you guys been? Have you earned your true hero wings yet? Nope, you ain't got what it takes.
What?
So, what's up?
So again, this dude will pretty much only give you the Olympus stone if you do some training. Because fuck you, you fat, stodgy little bitch. But again, like, in Kingdom Hearts 1, and if there is something I can critique Kingdom Hearts 2 for, is again, when you were completing bits of the journal, you know, such as doing the additional tasks of, like, do the training again, I can't remember if I showed it off previously in, during the commentary or anything, but, yeah, again, if you attempted, you know, say, like, if you did the Colosseum rounds, except you did it as Sora alone, you would end up getting abilities for your trouble, like, and, again, even if you went back to do the training, something I learned rather recently, is that, again, you would actually get Sonic Blade, I believe. Actually, no, not Sonic Blade, it was something else. I think it was Strike Rate, actually. So, again, was it Strike Rate? I can't quite remember. It was a certain ability, it was some sort of ability that you could actually get very early on if you had the mind to. I think it might have been an alternate way of getting Sonic Blade, actually, if you didn't manage to beat Cloud, but... yeah, again, you got rewarded for going out of your way to do extra stuff. In Kingdom Hearts 2's case, you're pretty much just doing journal completion just for the sake of itself. I mean, by the time we get into the training shite good and proper, you're pretty much doing it to get a set amount of score, and that's it. You're just doing it to complete the journal, which, again, allows you to get the secret ending, as per a lot of the other stuff that you have to do in Kingdom Hearts 2, but... I don't know, it's, it just doesn't make itself quite as worth it in my eyes, because again, if you're not working to get stuff to make yourself a little bit more powerful, it just doesn't really seem to have any sort of value to it, if it makes any sense. And, like, I mean, again, stuff like this isn't bad, but it just comes off as meaningless busy work, which, again, as I mentioned a couple of parts ago, it does kind of contribute to a bit of the exhaustion you get when trying to 100% Kingdom Hearts 2. Again, the obvious answer to this is, well, again, if you don't want to do this, just play it on critical mode, where you can just do the bare basics and that's about it, but... I don't know. I mean, it does make it worth playing on the hardest difficulty, but at the same time, though, it's not really a fun challenge, I don't think. I mean, that is to say completing the journal for Pish, not critical mode, because Kingdom Hearts 2 was designed in a way where its difficulty can bear its own rewards if you're willing to learn the ins and outs of the mechanics and just be awesome in playing skills. And again, basically another similarly designed thing for the struggle games. Basically just pick up the Olympus tokens and basically hit barrels into other barrels to get the most chestnuts, which is honestly what these things look like. The British must have stolen it, just in the same way that Christopher Lee had stolen some nobodies. But yeah, there's not really too much to this minigame. I thought maybe the fire thing might help since it's an AoE kind of thing, but no, it doesn't really damage them. Maybe thunder might help, but no, I think you need to do pretty much a full combo on these things. The larger ones are worth a lot more. Again, like I think it's... I can't remember the value at this time, but Yeah, larger ones are worth more, knock them into the smaller units to get more tokens, get tokens before time runs out. Bada bing, you do the thing, and this is about as exciting as training gets. I mean, really, there's not much to say apart from just pish, really. Hey look, it's Heracles, with the shortest squat I ever seen on a dude. And considering what they did to a certain segment in Kyrie later in the game, where they prevented you from looking up certain sensitive areas, I sincerely doubt you could do it to Hercules. Unless you took his model and spun it around. Well, then again, Kingdom Hearts 2 has come to PC at this point, with I think pretty much most of the other games at this point, so again, that's probably not going to stop the modding community. For, I mean, to talk about more pervy things, in recent times they actually have given awkward jiggle physics for Kingdom Hearts 3, so I think you know where everybody's mind is right at this point. But anyway, that's about all the time we have for this part of Kingdom Hearts 2. So again, we're pretty much going to get the Olympus Stone and just do a bunch of pishy things until Hades shows up and gives us a bit of the business. Which again is going to contribute more to the story. I don't know if this, again, if it's meant to be directly based on the Hercules movie. I'd assume that some scenes are here and there, like Megara's allegiance with Hades and a certain scene right at the end, but I don't know. I think it might just be Kingdom Hearts doing more of its own thing, which, you know, is something that I've always liked about the Hercules worlds, and that they've kind of seamlessly integrated with the thematics of Kingdom Hearts, but I think that's more of a talking point for next time. So on that note, I'm Solidus-Skully, keeping you metal, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.
What's wrong, your hero-ness? Feeling under the weather? You know, I thought staying in perfect shape was part of the hero job description. You know what I'm saying.
Oh, right. Hades, we gotta talk.
I came to share a bit of mildly interesting news. Seems your dear, sweet little nutmeg went and got herself lost in the underworld.
You mean you kidnapped her?
Well, maybe. But why get caught up in the details? You can't leave now. Okay, you've got a very important match today against, the bloodthirsty Hydra! I mean, if you don't stick around, who knows what kind of accidents might happen.
Yeah, accidents you cause.
Like I said, details. Who needs them?
You're just a coward.
Ah, well, can't all be heroes.
Can you handle this?
You got it! We're heroes!
Junior heroes, Donald.
You take care of the Hydra. We'll handle the rest.
I'm counting on you. You gotta find Meg.